Tomatoes are good fried.
They are.
Yeah, she cooked some the other night.
Oh my goodness.
And my husband won't eat.
I love. He
I
won't
like
eat.
them. I like
you
them.
do.
I like
now,
them.
you won't eat onions.
Onions, yeah.
Yeah, I love onions. I about to buy them sweet onions all the time.
That's sweet onions right here.
Yeah. We
Them's candy sweet onions. They good.
we lived in Georgia.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking for my pie.
It's gone.
Is it
They
really? Look,
I had to
the only
buy my
thing,
grab.
look,
The only thing that's left is the chocolate pound cake.
well, we're gonna have to have some
and
of
it's
that.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Lick Branch Farms. My name's David. Today I want to talk to you guys some about succession planting or second plantings, and I also want to get into some of the amendment sides of what we do here. If you guys haven't subscribed to our channel yet, reach over here in this right hand corner and click that subscribe button and click the bell notification so you get notified every time we put out a video. If you are one of our faithful subscribers, it's good to have you back. So what we're going to be talking about today is succession plantings, and what that is the second planting or multiple plantings of a vegetable that you've got in production. Now, if you have read our description, or if you've read our about link on Facebook, you have read that we are 4-season market farm, which we grow vegetables year round. That's what that means. We grow whatever's in season at the time. So right now we're in July. It's hot, it's humid, it's really humid, and we are growing hot weather vegetables: cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers, onion. Well, not onions. We're going to grow a bunch of onions. I just haven't started them yet. But we're growing things along those lines. Things that you can grow in the heat. Things that you can grow in the summertime. So in last week's video, you seen us plant a batch of lettuce, and it come out of these trays here. So this is actually probably going to go in the trays to go to the farmer's market with me. These guys here are going to go in the row beside it, I think. I'm not really sure yet, because I've got some cherry tomatoes over there that need to go in the garden now, and I may use that row for it and just put these somewhere else. But anyway, right now what I've got to desperately get in the garden is cucumbers and squash. Now, I've got plenty of both. I got cucumbers coming out of my ears, and I just start cucumbers to make sure I've got enough on hand, because you never know what's going to happen. You could get one, gets damaged, a disease or whatever, and you just plug one right back in that hole. So I'm gonna take you down here in a minute and show you. I've already started one row of cucumbers last week, and it is the National Pickling Cucumber that I started. And I've got several different varieties here. These are this is a National Pickling Cucumber, and they were started on the 22nd of June. So you can see these guys here. Now, this is my go-to cucumber here. This is a cool customer, and it was started on the 28th of June. And you can see the size difference. You can see the comparison between this and this. And look at the colors. See the deeper green than that? And these guys get fertilized the same time. These guys get, everything's done the same way. These guys are just 6 days younger than those. So I am going to put the National Pickling Cucumber in the row that I've got ready. The cucumbers that I've got in production now are going downhill, and they're going downhill quick. So I know I've got at least one row ready to go back in place, and I got to start another row. But I've also got some yellow crookneck. This is yellow crookneck, and I got some more squash. It's over on the other side. I got some patty pans and stuff started over here on the other side. All right, guys, so we're down here at the garden getting ready to put these cucumber plugs. Put this row of cucumbers in. And I wanted to touch on the amendment side of this video that I spoke of at the beginning. So we're gonna get into the nuts and bolts of this thing. All right, so we have been using 2 types of fertilizer here on the farm. Synthetic, which is man-made. That's this stuff here in the jar. And this organic, which is in that jar. And we are slowly but surely weaning ourselves off of synthetic fertilizer. And there's a reason for that we're trying to go strictly organic, and hopefully in the next year or 2 we can get our organic certification. And to do that, you can't have any inputs, man-made inputs. There's a whole list of things that you have to do, but the biggest is to be able to use all organic inputs. And we have been doing that this year, and I do not use as much synthetic fertilizer as I have in the past, by no shape, form, whatever you want to call it. Nowhere near what I used to use. And I've started kind of thinking ahead when I'm using fertilizers as far as bed prep and having the amendments already in the bed when I get ready to transfer to plants. As an example, this bed here that we're getting ready to put these cucumbers in, there's two rows. There's 50 plants in each row. This is where we had the cabbage back in spring. We pulled the cabbage. Me and Jace come over here and pulled the row covers. We tilled the soil. We amended the soil with compost and with the organic fertilizer that I'm fixing to show you. Now, this in this jar is commercial. This is what they call garden tone. And really all it is chicken poop, feather meal, bone meal, blood meal. That's, in a nutshell, that's what it is. And it does have some biologic organisms or enzymes in it to kind of jumpstart your soil health. Let's put it that way. This is basically, and just looking at the color, y'all know what this is. But this is like pretty much like nitrous to a race car when it comes to plants. This will benefit the plant immediately. It's kind of like an IV when you're dehydrated versus sitting down drinking cup after cup after cup after water to try to get over dehydration. This takes a lot longer to work. This basically benefits your soil. This feeds your soil. This feeds your plant. So the difference is this takes a little longer to work because it feeds the soil, and the organisms in the soil use this as fuel. Now what they deposit in the soil, the byproducts that they put in the soil, benefits the plant. So basically your soil organisms have to break this down, and whatever excess that they have benefits your plant. That's why it takes just a tick longer to work. It does work, but it takes just a little bit longer. So in this bucket here is a concoction that I mix up and I put in the soil when I'm building beds. And all it is basically the same thing that's in that jar. Feather meal, blood meal, and bone meal. You can buy this stuff at Lowe's, Tractor Supply, and you can kind of mix your own concoction. The difference in the feather meal that I have in this bucket versus what I have in this jar is the stuff in the bucket is more in raw form, and it has a higher nitrogen content. It's about 13% nitrogen, which is still okay. I mean, it's not crazy harsh, but what's in this jar is only like 3%. So the ratio on this versus this is 3-4-4. So that's the ratio in this jar. This is commercial, so it comes with a data stamp that says this is 3-4-4. This is 20-20-20. This is pretty potent stuff. This is like 13, 10, something like this. And this is basically what I sprinkle over a bed when I'm getting ready to amend it. I till it, I sprinkle a good dose of this on there, about 10 pounds per row. And then I till it again, and then I'll cover it. So the organisms in my soil are eating this while I'm getting ready to put my bed in. Once that's established, I go behind on each plant when I do it. And you'll see when I do this video, when I plant this, in the small end of my scoop, I put one of those in each hole. That's when I plant. So it's got the benefits of whatever's in the soil from amending it, getting ready to plant, and it's got that just to help kickstart it once we get everything in the ground. And I'll give you a shot of the ones I did last week and show you the difference. All right, guys, so here's the cucumbers I put in last week, and don't get me wrong, whenever I put them in, they were not much bigger than this. They had 4 true leaves on them. These are getting ready to start to 4, so they were a tick bigger. But if you look, they are actually gaining ground at a tremendous rate. They look really, really good. I'm really happy with them. And I lost one. I don't know what happened here. I lost one, but I'm gonna replace it with one of the ones out of this tray here. Look at this guy here. They are doing really, really well. And along the lines of succession planting, these on the other side of the garden, This is my first planting of cucumbers in there. Those 2 rows here. That's the first planting, and they're going downhill. They are. They have this. I'm gonna be honest with you though. It is a super variety to grow. They put off more cucumbers than you know what to do with. And as a market farmer, that's important because we want to have plenty. And so far, we haven't brought cucumbers home from market. We sell everything when we go, and normally we take 4 or 5 buckets slap full. All right, guys. So I'm gonna quit running my mouth and start getting these plants in the ground. So, and you've seen me do this 100 times. If you guys are new to the channel, basically I take a flat end punch and I'll come behind each plant, and there's a hole in the bottom of this prop tick tray, and I'll pick out the plants that I want, and I'll come behind here and just kind of push them out. Not real hard, and sometimes it helps if the plug is a little dry. They pop right out fairly easy. These right here are doing pretty good, which they got a pretty good root mass on them, so that helps also, so you don't break them off. So we're going to go down through here. See these guys and pull them up by the stem, and they come right out. Even the ones that I didn't push, you know, I can pull on them fairly easy and they come right up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna lay out about 10 at a time. I don't want to do much more than that because, you know, if I get something happens and I get pulled away from it, I don't want plants just laying out here on the ground drying up. Man, these things, they smell like cucumbers big time. I grew the national pickling cucumber last year, and I was pretty happy with it. I trellised it last year. This year I'm not trellising these. There's an ongoing debate in my house where the cucumbers work best, trellised or on the ground. And with those guys on that side, on the ground work better. I ain't gonna argue with nobody about it. It seemed like it worked better. But with that variety, they put off so many cucumbers, man, it's hard to imagine them doing any better than what they did. So I showed you guys this garden tone. It does not smell good. You can imagine the worst chicken coop you've ever smelled. That's what that stuff smells like. So I'm gonna get in here and I'm gonna make me a hole. So I'm gonna put a dash of garden tone in that hole. I'm gonna set the plug in there, and then I'm gonna backfill around it and call that one done. Same thing. We're gonna make me a hole, put me a shot of this, and put the plug on top, and then I'm gonna backfill around. So, alright, that's 2 of them. So it's 2 cucumber starts, and we got all them to go. So I'm gonna get with it. I'll get back with you guys when I get to the end. All right, guys, we got them in. All 50 of them, all the way down through there. And I left the tray down here. I'm gonna turn the sprinklers on just for a little while to go ahead and make sure everything's good and saturated, but I left the tray down here just in case, you know, during the week when I'm walking through, if I see one that looks like it's poor or maybe it's not gonna make it, I'll have some already down here to replace them with. And I went ahead and replaced that one over there. So right now we're sitting on 100 pickling cucumber plants. All we need them to do now is put off some cucumber. All right, guys, so we're back up at the barn, and here's the garden. You look for this bag here. I get it from Tractor Supply, so you can probably get it from Lowe's, I don't know. But this is what I was telling you. It is actually a 344. So nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. All right, guys, so I'm gonna get off of here, cool off a little bit before I go back down there. But yeah, if you're one of our customers or one of our subscribers to our channel, guys, we appreciate it and we thank you for your business. And if you haven't subscribed, reach over here in this right hand corner and click this subscribe button and click the bell notification so you get notified every time we put out a video. As always, guys, we look forward to seeing you at market. We appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.